And Baldwin County school students back in class as well, and they too have to mask up. School leaders say there was nearly 100% compliance, which pleased School Superintendent Eddie Tyler. Here's Fox 2 News Baldwin County reporter Hal Sherrick with the story.
As COVID-19 infections continue to spike, Baldwin County educators took on the biggest challenge of the school year, opening day. From busing to buildings to classrooms, Superintendent Eddie Tyler says it went as smoothly as he could expect.
Our concerns were going into this morning, what were the unknowns? I mean, we felt like we knew what we knew, but we had to get this thing off the ground so we could figure out what we didn't know. But right now, all indications are that things went very smooth today.
One of those unknowns was how would students, and more importantly their parents, respond to Tyler's order to wear face masks at school. Last year, school started under the same requirement, but by the governor's order instead. Tyler says there were students who showed up without face masks. They were given face masks and the day went on. He says the cooperation of parents is needed.
There was a report of one student who, and there again, you're talking about children, who basically are being subject to what their parents say you're going to do or not going to do. Said, well, I can't wear a mask. I'm not going to wear a mask. The parent was called, and the student's going to be in a mask now. So that's the only issue that I've heard.
Contact tracing is not a responsibility of the schools this year. Instead, the Alabama Department of Public Health will take on the task. There will also be no daily COVID transparency reports, but schools will keep track of the numbers internally.
We know numbers. I mean, our nurses have to turn in reports, but since nothing's been required, we're keeping up with things, but we're just not pushing it out because it's not required. And if that does come around again, we'll take appropriate action.
A specially called meeting of the Baldwin County Board of Education has been scheduled for a week from tomorrow. That's next Thursday from 5 to 7. The specific reason it's being called is so you can give your input on these mask requirements in schools, which is set to stay in effect through Labor Day weekend. It'll be happening at their Loxley offices. You will need to sign up ahead of time to speak. Reporting live in Loxley, Hal Sherrick, Fox 10 News.